Hi, I'm Dr. Melanie McLaren. I'm a naturopathic doctor. I'm here in Indianapolis, Indiana, but I see patients all over virtually. And a little bit about myself, I had a lot of health issues in my 30s, and I used to live in Southern California, so I went to a naturopathic doctor there who really helped me. My previous degree was in civil engineering, actually, so I decided to go back to school to study naturopathic medicine. So, the problem solving part of my brain I use a lot in my practice when people come in with complicated health issues. I use nutrition, supplements, herbals, homeopathy, but I also have a supervising physician, so I can also write for bioidentical hormones and thyroid medications, peptide therapy. So, I kind of pull from a lot of different areas. But today I wanted to talk about detoxing. And I like to think about detoxification as an ongoing process, not just something you do once a year to help the body stay healthy. So, some signs that you might need to detox, definitely digestive symptoms can be one of them, elevated cholesterol, trouble losing weight or gaining weight, allergies for sure, skin disorders, fatigue, anger, depression, irritability, dark circles in your eyes, blood sugar imbalances. Your liver also helps a lot with your hormones. So if you're having hormone issues, and then if you get sick a lot of times people might feel a lot of pain if they have toxins kind of stuck in the body. And even trouble sleeping can be one of the issues. So, our liver does a lot. It filters blood, stores glucose for energy, breaks down steroid hormones, produces, secretes bile, and it breaks down toxins so they can be excreted. So, we really want to take care of it. So, in addition to the liver, we also get support with our detoxification, with our gastrointestinal system, and urinary, respiratory, lymphatic, and your skin. So it's important to exercise for the lymphatic, even respiratory, and the sweat for your skin. So those all play an important part too in your detoxification system. So a toxin can be really anything that's harmful to the body. So when it becomes a problem is when you just can't remove the toxins, and they just keep building up. And the problem is toxins are fat soluble, so they're attached to the fatty portion of cells throughout the body. So it's really hard to lose weight sometimes when that's the case, because until you break down those toxins and excrete them, your weight will just be stuck, since the toxins are fat soluble and kind of stuck in that body fat. So that's definitely something to look at with weight loss. So we have different areas, really three main areas where they could come from. Um, Environmental toxins, there at the bottom there is like the one that most people would be thinking of. But we also have internal toxins. So if you have yeast infections, fungal overgrowth, bacterial issues, or if your digestion's not working well, it can also be due to emotional trauma, unhappy relationships. And then, of course, lifestyle toxins is an area that we can pay a lot of attention to and make a big difference. So, making sure we're eating healthy, non processed foods makes a big difference. So, we've got different pathways that the liver uses. And I just like to talk about this briefly so you can understand what's going on and how hard it can be sometimes to detox without just a little bit of support. So, the first thing we want to do is we want to take those fat soluble toxins and change them into something that we can actually we'll start breaking them down. So, it breaks them down first into an intermediate metabolite. And sometimes that's often more toxic than the toxin itself. So in the phase one, if that's all you're doing and you're not getting to the phase two of the detox, you might feel really bad when you're detoxing. So you want to make sure you're supporting that second phase of detoxification. And that would be where we would attach to that metabolite and start to excrete it, and we'll make it non-toxic or water soluble so we could get it out. And then the phase 3 would be where we, are using all those other systems we talked about, urinary system, gastrointestinal system, to help get rid of those toxins. So it's a complicated process. And this just shows the nutrients that are needed in those first 2 phases. We definitely need our B vitamins, glutathione, which is super antioxidants, flavonoids, to help us start to break down that fat-soluble toxin into that intermediate metabolite. And then the phase 2, you can see there's some additional nutrients we need there to help take that metabolite and change it into water soluble, and then we will be able to excrete it once we have accomplished that, and supporting those systems so they can do that properly. So some of the benefits might be you feel better. Obviously, we want that to be a good thing. Improve energy, healthier skin. Sometimes when people are doing a detox, they'll say, man, I'm bloaty. I wasn't bloaty before. And this is where it can kind of peel back a layer of something that might have been an issue that you just weren't aware of. So it can bring those to the forefront so we can deal with those. You mentioned possibility of losing weight, and helping your hormones. So lots of things that could happen there. So some things you can start doing right away. We want to drink clean water. I feel like that's one of the most important things. I use a reverse osmosis. There are different filtration systems, and you definitely don't want to be drinking out of plastic bottles, and you want to stay hydrated. And then really try to limit GMOs, these genetically modified foods, and that is in a lot of foods like corn, soy, canola, sugar. It's also in wheat. Canola oil also is, something we want to try to stay away from. We use coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil in our house. So, and then removing processed foods. I eat real food. I know that's such a broad term, but really, foods you're preparing, foods what all the ingredients are. So our lean meats, fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds. It's like the cleanest way we can eat, and trying to do organic if you can. And then, step 4, you may need some supplementation or a detox program. So detox focused foods, I think a lot of people know that eat really brightly colored vegetables, so you have a nice variety there. And then, as I mentioned, if you can do organic grass-fed protein sources, unprocessed nuts, seeds, and oils. You can roast them yourself if you like to, if you buy them raw. And then our good fats, we've listed here a lot of nuts and seeds. I mentioned the oils, raw honey or stevia could be good sweetener choices. And this is just one of the programs I use in my practice, so this would help support all 3 phases of that. It does guide you through eating a paleo diet while you're on it. And it's a great program to kind of kickstart healthy eating. And I think because, all the antioxidants are in it, people just say it's pretty easy to get rid of cravings while they're on it. So this comes with shakes that you do a couple times a day, and supplement packets to support those 3 phases of detoxification. If someone is like, I don't want to do shakes, I have some other options, but this one is one of my favorites. That's, pretty easy. And the paleo diet that you follow is lean meats, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds, and definitely give more guidance on that when people are doing the program. I mentioned briefly about exercise, so this will support respiratory system. Whether it's just doing some slow, deep breathing exercises. Yoga obviously can help the body with detoxification, with the breathing and the twist, but some kind of movement, whatever it is you enjoy, because then you'll stick with it. If you have a sauna or live somewhere where there's an infrared sauna, that can be a really good choice to help with detoxification and sweating. Um, you can also do lymphatic support with massage or dry skin brushing. And then Epsom salt baths is one of my favorite baths. And just to add a little bit more detoxification, you can add some baking soda to that. And giving yourself quiet time. I think it sounds simple, but a lot of times we don't do that, and that can go a long way. A couple case studies. So this particular person just had a lot of digestive issues. So it really worked on cleaning up her diet, and her symptoms were about 50% improved after that. Um, and then we had added some digestive enzymes, probiotics to help. But then when she did the liver detox, it really helped alleviate those symptoms. So um, that can be something that can just really clear stuff up when you're stuck, if you feel like you've already tried everything. Another patient, weight was stuck. So she lost 10 pounds in just a 7-day detox. And so I was like, that's a sign that you need a detox. That's a lot of toxins that you just broke down and excreted that was stuck in your fat. So she decided to do another 7-day detox and kind of maintained her weight and continued to lose weight. And it allowed her to just stick with a modified paleo diet. And she felt like her energy was a lot better and she was able to exercise more. As far as menopausal symptoms, I think doing a detox as a first step is a good idea because, again, it could be some hormones that are kind of stuck. Example could be some of the synthetic hormones in our environment from plastics, and those could get stuck in the body fat and lead to the night sweats and hot flashes. So we did a detox, and it did help a lot with her hot flashes, and she just had mild ones. And then we did some hormone replacement therapy to help with the hot flashes. And I do feel like doing a detox even helps your hormone replacement therapy work better. So it's a good starting point. So just if you need to reach us, information is there. Our website, dragonfly360.net. I do virtual and in-office consults. I also do a gentle acupressure treatment for allergies called NAAT. I mentioned the hormone and peptide therapies. We offer B12 injections, do some functional lab testing. I also can order labs, and you can use your insurance for those as well, if it's just regular kind of chemistry labs or thyroid. So we have the special with the cleanse, the 14-day one that I showed, via our full script dispensary. If you go to our website, dragonfly360.net, at the top, click on the shop button, it'll take you to our dispensary, and you automatically get 10% off and free shipping over $50. So if you're interested in trying that, then check it out. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. Thanks.